speaking of Knight's music, I will infect all of you until you all go buy the game. It's on PC, you know. OBS is a little confusing, but I know how to use it. I had trouble with stream elements before. Alright. I promise the music doesn't stay spoopy forever. This is the final level music. It's great. How is everybody today? I don't think this stream will crash. Usually the art streams do not crash. Though incidentally, I ended up enjoying Palworld so much that, Skrill and I decided to invest in renting a server for 6 months. So me and her and another buddy of ours have all been playing on a private server. And I've gotten pretty good at it, though. God, When Souls, the other artist who's now playing with us, like, I bought the server, like, I paid for the server at work on Saturday night, I think. And, because I was like, they're like, oh, it takes some time to set up because of the high demand. So I said, okay, I'll buy it now, so it's ready when I get home. And I told him and Skrill about it. And, like, we didn't even have the server for, like, 24 hours, and he was already, like, level 20, and, like, had all this shit. Like, he was, like, playing non-stop. It was crazy. I was like, I just bought it yesterday, dude! Chill! So, we probably will stream it again sometime, because we have been having, just a fuck ton of fun with it. And it really, really, really is just, a not pain in the ass Ark Survival Evolved, and I have a history with Ark, as some of you may know, some of you may recall from things I've said before. So... But yes, it is very fun, actually, Palworld. I was actually expecting it to be more, you know, more of a funny meme game that we just play, and... But, like, when, like, if some of you caught the stream or seen the VODs, I was saying to Skrill, I was like, you know, I'm actually really impressed by the systems in this game. Like, it's solid as fuck. Like, it's actually, like, super solid. And it's still early access, and it's already, like, a complete game. It's like, it, like, works better than some AAA games lately. You know? And this is the thing, I've been barely playing any AAA releases lately, because I don't fucking care, you know? Because they're usually shit. I've been, like, exclusively playing, like, tiny little indie games made by, like, 2 people, and, like, No Man's Sky, and that's been about it. So, but we've been enjoying Palworld. I was actually just playing before stream a little bit. I'm figuring out all the different systems. I can almost build a cooking pot. I'm so happy. But, yeah, it is, like, literally a legit solid game, as goofy as it seems to have, like, little knockoff Pokemon with guns. It is actually really fucking solid. And you know what? The thing I noticed, too, is, unlike some other games, it doesn't make everything a grindy pain in the ass for you. Because, like, I can just, like, leave my pals at my base to make arrows for me. They can grow food and feed themselves. I don't have to worry about them starving to death if I'm offline. You know, like with fucking Ark. No, I'm not gonna get over it. Guys, I played a lot of Ark. You don't understand. I played so much Ark. It's not even a good game, but I played so much of it. I think because it was in my depressive period, and I wasn't doing much else besides playing video games and going to work, I guess. So I have to stay away from Ark now, but yeah. Palworld certified gold. It's great. You like the penguin pal? It is very cute. I have a sweep, or a sweep. The little ones, running my refrigerator right now, because in order to get electricity and stuff, you, like, assign a pal to the job of generating electricity or generating coldness for your fucking fridge and shit. It's actually really clever. Like, each pal has their own utility. It's good shit. Like, no, it's not like Slime Rancher. It is more like an MMO, and it's more like Rust or Ark or Minecraft, or, you know, a survival game like that, where you have, like, a technology tree. You unlock as you level up, and you can build shit, but how much do I love Crunchyroll? I haven't been on Crunchyroll in ages. I haven't watched a lot of anime in ages, honestly. Uh-oh. Let's see. The Funimation service is ending April 2nd. Wait, does Funimation own Crunchyroll now? I might have forgotten about this. Where's the... Oh, Chrome's not open because I was... Nope, that's not right. I was getting the wrong Chrome instance. It's just showing the chat. Okay. You're gonna show the right thing? Oh god, I broke something. Let me try to fix that real quick. Oh, I see what it was. You just sent me an image and it just it didn't open in the browser. That's what's confusing it. Okay. There you go. That's what I want. New tab. No, Distracto Vision is broken. And now, how will we distract with things today? Maybe if I don't know why there's two, like, inputs for it. When the hell did I do this? Okay, I fixed it. I fixed it! Anyway. For whatever reason, this Crunchyroll thing isn't opening in the browser for me, though. Kaiser, you've already, like, disrupted the entire stream. Good job, Kaiser. Anyway. So, does Funimation own Crunchyroll now? Did I miss this? I haven't seen Pretty Cure, sorry to disappoint you. I've seen Madoka, though. Does that count? I've seen the better angsty magical girl show. Hey, thank you, Puppet One. I'm mystified that people just like to come listen to me ramble about random bullshit, but welcome. Thank you for joining me. Madoka broke you. Madoka's pretty damn good. I love the paper cutout look of the witch labyrinths and shit. It's good stuff. The price of your new Crunchyroll plan will increase from $54.95 a year to $100 a year. What? Is Crunchyroll even fucking worth it? I mean, they used to be an inspiring story. Because Crunchyroll started out as like an anime pirating site. And then they went legit. And they kind of pioneered simulcast, actually. You guys don't understand what a big deal it was to like be able to get anime subtitled the day after it aired in Japan, you know, or even the same day. It's crazy. Oh, they like to censor. Yeah, that's been an issue lately with localizers. I've heard. I mean, again, I don't watch a lot of new anime. Like I've watched like Beastars and Cyberpunk Edge Runners, and I want to watch the last 2 seasons of Attack on Titan finally. Even though I know how it ends already, but I still just need to watch it. But I like know everything about it. So that's cool, Puppet One. I'm not typically a video maker. This is the thing. Like, I intended to just drop that Lily Orchid video and then just fuck off again. But then now I have like over 3,000 subscribers, so I don't know what the fuck happened. But I've been running my stream on Twitch for a while, so yeah, she like delayed anime reaction, getting her fucking helmet cut. I've kind of like done a push and pull with this whole fight, huh? Localizers recently came out and admitted they tell Japanese companies what to censor. Yeah, I know. It's like, and that drives me crazy. Like, you have all these pseudo-progressive people who are like making a completely different culture conform to like American values, and it's like, you know, don't you people call other people colonizers and shit for less? I mean, I'm just saying. Can you tell Can you tell I've been fighting people on Twitter lately? Can you tell I've been fighting people on Twitter lately? Can you tell I've been fighting people on Twitter lately? Can you tell I've been fighting people on Twitter lately? Can you tell I've been fighting people on Twitter lately? Can you tell I've been fighting people on Twitter lately? Can you tell I've been fighting people on Twitter lately? Can you tell I've been fighting people on Twitter lately? Can you tell I've been fighting people on Twitter lately? Can you tell I've been fighting people on Twitter lately? Can you tell I've been fighting people on Twitter lately? Can you tell I've been fighting people on Twitter lately? Can you tell I've been fighting people on Twitter lately? Can you tell I've been fighting people on Twitter lately? Can you tell I've been fighting people on Twitter lately? Can you tell I've been fighting people on Twitter lately? Can you tell I've been fighting because fucking Twitter can't be normal about Hazbin Hotel, and I have to tell them all why they're wrong on the internet. It's like a compulsion. I forgot to mention, it might be a short stream today. By short, I mean 2 hours. Just because I've had a busy week. So Sunday night, like just before my shift was over at my day job, or my weekly income job as I call it sometimes. It's a job I have because my monthly income is not stable, because making money on the internet as an artist is hard. So I have a weekly income, which is working at a dog breeder. So Sunday night, my shift was almost over. I noticed one of the pregnant moms was in labor, so I had to stay. And I was there till 3 o'clock in the morning until one of my coworkers came to relieve me. And that dog ended up having to go get an emergency C-section, so that was great. She's fine though, and the puppies are fine, so it's good. And then, so last night, I got the call, dog's in labor, we need somebody to come in, and I was there till 4 in the morning. This one luckily had 4 puppies by that point though. But yeah, that's just how it is at work. If a dog is having babies, somebody has to be there, and it's usually me if it's late at night. But hey, it's extra money. So, but I am a little bushed now. So, I am destined to be a ranter. I really am. I tried to like restrain myself for so many years, and I can't help it. I have just a compulsion to call out bullshit when I see it. Especially when it's like super duper bullshit. Like people just making up shit because they hate the creator of a show for no reason. Like the Vivzy Pop situation is basically another Rebecca Sugar situation. I mean, honestly. I mean, sure, Vivzy Pop may have done like some more like cringy things than Sugar, but she's not like nothing like terrible really. And it's just like you people are just mad that a female showrunner is winning. Like it's so fucking obvious, and you're just like making up shit. Like, I saw, like, some dude yesterday was like, here's an example of good black-coded characters, and he was showing, like, King Dice from Cuphead. And I was like, you just know if Vivzy Pop invented King Dice, people would be calling him whitewashed. Like, let's be fucking real. Let's be fucking real. You know? By the way, Hazbin finale was amazing. It was so good. I laughed when the thing happened to Sir Pen, but it was so fun, and I had a feeling that he wasn't going to be gone for good. I don't want to spoil too much if people haven't seen it. Though, there was fan art spoilers, like, 2 hours after it fucking aired, basically. So, I don't know how much, but yeah, it was really good. And I was kind of right in my assessment that I feel like if you watch all of Hazbin Season 1, like just in a row, it's basically like a 3.5 hour stage musical. It has that sort of pacing. I do think the pacing was a little too fast though, and I think they probably could have cut a few characters. I understand Vivzy wanted to get all of her Blorbos in, you know, because they weren't sure if they were going to get a season 2. She had to get all the Blorbos in that had been built up online for years. Like, I think you could have cut Mimsy, you could have cut Cherry Bomb. I don't think they really needed to be there, you know? I dare say you could have even cut the V's for now, you know, or at least their involvement, because their involvement didn't really amount to much. But I understand that they wanted to introduce all of these characters just in case they only got the 1 season. So, but it's so fucking popular. So they've already been greenlit for a season 2. Who the fuck knows how long it might go on if they keep this gravy train going. And I've still been amazed at how broad the appeal amongst normies is, honestly. Do not mention period for spoilers, impossible. Yeah, I know. Like, I don't care about spoilers. I can still enjoy things even with spoilers, but I know not everybody's like me, you know? Viv doesn't like SU? Oh. Trigger? Yeah, well... Sorry, Buck Entroiders. I've seen Little Witch Academia. At least I've seen the short. I didn't see the entire show. I did like that one. I haven't seen Kill la Kill yet. I know, it's a tragedy. I haven't seen any Precure, ZV. Oh yeah, Extra Fez, if you're talking about Hell of a Boss, yeah, Hell of a Boss and Hazbin take place in the same shared universe. Oh, that's right. There was the new FF trailer. Actually, the demo is out. My friend told me that. My friend who streams Final Fantasy VII for me. Why? What was wrong with the trailer? Do I have to watch that now? Actually, let's find it. There's a story trailer and a gameplay trailer. Oh, spoilers. Okay. Well, we don't... What does it spoil exactly? Because we don't exactly know what the fuck is going on in the remake right now. Okay, so... I haven't seen Promare. I do want to see Promare, though. Oh, and I've seen, Oh, wait, no. Is it Gurren Lagann Trigger or is that Gynex? That's Gynex, isn't it? Wait a minute. You're confusing me. I haven't really played a lot of the Paper Mario games. This seems to be like a generation gap. Like a lot of people, like, in their, like, 20s are, like, really, really into Paper Mario, and I never gave a shit about it, personally. I've played the Wii one. That's about it. And it shows Zack alive and Aerith, giving the holy materia to Cloud. Okay, but we don't know what's gonna happen there, Kaiser. We don't know if they're gonna change that scene where she gives him the holy materia, so, I don't know. I don't know. Some of the fans are worried they're gonna change too much, but so far it has been really faithful. But then again, the first part of the remake ended with Biggs alive, so shit has already changed. Mario RPG outsold Final Fantasy 16. Oh my god, that makes me happy. I still need to buy it, actually. Since my tires blew up, a lot of my money's going toward that right now. But I will buy RPG eventually and justify me buying a fucking Switch that I've barely touched. You've heard drama about AI? I mean, we could talk about AI. People who have been on my streams before might know that I have kind of a nuanced, technocratic view of AI. I'm in this weird place lately where I'm very, very excited about advancements in technology, but I can see so many ways it's going to go very, very wrong, and it's already starting to go very wrong. And people are going to abuse it, but I personally don't understand the blind Luddite hatred for AI, and a lot of people seem to think AI can do things that like, they overestimate what it's fucking capable of, you know? So... Oh, there's an AI voice in FF7? Is that even true? Yeah, ignore it, exactly. People will call fucking anything AI. I just want to see what this drama is, though. FF7 AI voice. Oh, it's a mod. There's a mod that adds voice acting to the original game. I guess probably with the VAs from R. Yeah, like, I don't, like, image AIs are they're kind of getting worse. Actually, I've noticed Midjourney is getting more and more samey with its composition. Like, I can spot an AI image from, like, a mile away. I've fucked around with this stuff so much. There is one thing I want to play with, though. There is one, OpenAI. Yeah, due to AI inbreeding, basically. Like, it's averaging out its training model, so, like, all the images it makes are very, very samey. But there is, DALL-E, OpenAI has this, I forget what it's called. It's like a persistent generative model. Basically, you can write a prompt and run a feed from a webcam, and it will, like, develop the image based on what it sees on the webcam. So I've seen people do, like, art with it that way. It just seems really interesting. I kind of want to just fuck around with that at some point. Uh-oh, Senshini was... Oh, yeah! The AI... Oh, this is a big Joel video, but yeah, the AI beer commercial is always a fucking funny shit. I don't know, Jack Saint did a pretty balanced video on AI a while back, and he asked a very interesting question at the end of it, which was, if capitalism wasn't a factor, is the idea of being an artist kind of elitist? And I was like, I can't really argue with that. You know? That's what always holds me up. Like, people who blindly hate AI barely know how it works, and like, to me, it's just like, you know, on a philosophical level, I can't like be totally against it. It doesn't make sense to me. So, AI generate a picture for WAP when they could have taken a picture. Oh yeah, there's gonna be plenty of idiots who think they can just fire their art department and use AI, and then they're gonna get fucking embarrassed when the images look wonky and stupid, you know. But there's other people out there who, like, anything they don't like, anything that's kind of jank, they immediately call it AI. Like, people were trying to say Palworld was AI generated somehow. Like, I've played the damn thing. There's no goddamn way that those models are AI generated. They're too deliberately animated. You know, like, come on. Yeah, like people really think AI can just fucking do anything, and they don't understand, like a machine doesn't have intent, it doesn't have context, it doesn't have nuance. Yeah, I was telling people about our server there, Skrill. Maybe when we finally do the Syndicate Tower, we'll stream that. That could be fun. But I don't know what they think. People just call anything they don't like AI. They're like Neo-Luddites. They're like the people who burn down fucking 5G towers because they think it causes COVID. Like people who think windmills give them headaches, you know? These kinds of batshit crazy people. How you doing, Jungle Green? They got me ranted about AI now. Well, I don't know, ZV, because, like, Hazbin Hotel has way more mainstream support than Steven Universe ever did. I was saying that earlier, too, that I'm so surprised at its mainstream appeal. And I was talking about this with Skrill and Celeste the other day, that when we look at VivziePop's art, we think, oh, cringe Jonan Vasquez fangirl, DeviantArt, Tumblr OC. But, like, for people who aren't permanently online and aren't, like, cartoonists, they wouldn't have those connotations about that style. They would look at it just as it is. So maybe we're the fucking ones who need an attitude adjustment, you know? That's what I'm thinking. So, thinking, oh, all the cringe stuff we do online couldn't possibly become real stuff. Well, evidently it can, and evidently it can appeal to a wide audience, so the fuck? Hey, Jaden, what's up? Yeah, I don't know. Windmills give you headache because you have megalophobia. Well, that's fair. Well, that's fair. Oh god, when I was working in a print shop, some crazy lady came in to have us make copies of her manifesto about how, like, schools need thicker walls because the Wi-Fi beams are, like, giving kids cancer in the brain or something. I just had to smile very politely and not say anything. You can't argue with somebody like that. They're very fixed in their ideas, and no matter how many times you try to explain to them how it actually fucking works, they just won't listen. I was never aware of VivziePop until the Hazbin pilot, and I had to kind of be coerced into watching the Hazbin pilot, and I actually didn't like. It was alright. I didn't really care that much though. But then I saw the Hell of a Boss pilot, and I was like, oh, I like this a lot better. So I was into Hell of a Boss after that. But the Hazbin final show was very, very good. It was good. It just, the pilot, I was just kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, this is alright. It's kind of like, you know, it's a little cringe, blah, blah, blah. Like, I was seeing old clips of the pilot yesterday, and people who say they like Alistair's old voice are insane. The new voice is so much better. So... But I also like how unique the look of everything is in the Hazbin Hell of a universe. Like, Some people are like, well, it's not biblically accurate, or it's completely different than how other people would do angels and demons. Like, yeah, so maybe different things once in a while is good, you know? Oh yeah, people are just pissed off that Palworld looks like Pokemon. So they're trying to slander by saying, it's this bad thing we all have to performatively hate. And I hate when people do that. Like, you can just not like something. You can just say you don't like something. You don't have to make up a reason for why, like, everybody has to hate it. And why it should be demonized. And why the creators should be fucking crucified. Like, go fucking touch grass. Yeah, I mean, I've been... Even though I didn't like the Hazbin pilot, I bought some merch because I was like, I want to support indie animation. And I'm so happy that indie animation is thriving and showing these companies, you know, sometimes you just gotta let creative people do their thing. You know, the problem with a lot of, like, mainstream media right now is you have all these fucking stupid-ass executives who aren't creatives dictating the creative flow of things. They don't know what the fuck they're doing, and that's why everything sucks right now, you know? I'm not a consumer. Shut up. I'm making fun of consumers. I'm not a consumer, I say, as I have, like, the fucking Jackson Pomni plushies, and I bought some little gubbins from Temu the other day that kind of look like Sai-chan because Flash convinced me to. Flash is another artist I work with. I do take commissions, Big Gamer. I just haven't recently. I'm gonna, when I do take commissions again, I'll announce it. I think I'm gonna start using Artistry because it seems like a good little service for, like, keeping track of your commissions, because usually I just do it through email, and a lot of people hate doing that. So, because apparently it's like a boomer thing to have people email you. So, I think, Andy and Lele music, I don't know. A lot of people use this song. I heard it in somebody else's YouTube video, and I was like, this song is fucking fire, and I went and bought it. And it's one of the only songs I can play without getting hit by YouTube's copyright. Akendoc, yeah, maybe, because I mean, A24, the company that made it, hasn't been around that long. They were only established in, like, I don't know, 2019, maybe a little earlier than that, but, like, yeah, so A24 isn't, like, a big studio. I mean, they sold the thing to Amazon, clearly, but Amazon's just a distributor, so A24 is still kind of a not mainstream studio. So, maybe not precisely indie, but definitely, like, outsider, you know? Yeah, like, it's like the way Disney makes movies now. Like, they just shoot footage and cobble together a movie and editing, and that's why every Marvel movie, ever since they ran out of the original, like, 10-year plan, has been garbage. You know? I don't have bootleg Pomni, I have the real Pomni. Since I made money off, Digital Circus content farming with Cougar, I thought it was only fair that I buy the fucking plushies. So I have them now. I'm not sure what the fuck else A24 has done. I think they've done a lot of, like, well, they've done a lot of indie movies before this, I'm pretty sure. I don't think they did animation before this. So I don't think Disney uses AI. I think they just use, like, executives who have not a creative bone in their fucking body listening to, like, marketers who also don't have a creative bone in their fucking body, you know? I don't think anybody currently in charge at Disney is, like, a creative, and that's part of the problem. Not that I really care, because I kind of want Disney to die, low-key, but, yeah. Oh, I love the Spider-Verse movies. I fucking love them. You know, and that's the funny thing, like, I wanted to see, what was the first one called? Into the Spider-Verse. I wanted to see Into the Spider-Verse because, like, everyone was saying it was really good, and the animation style kind of intrigued me. I didn't expect to like it as much as I did, because before that, I did not give a fuck about Spider-Man. by the end of Into the Spider-Verse, I was like Peter Parker, like going, do I want kids? I was like, do I like Spider-Man? Do I like Spider-Man? Apparently, yes. At least when it's done by Sony and is comic booky cartoons and is fixed Miles Morales, because he was, from what I know about the comics, Miles was always a little dull in the comics, and they made him a better character in the Spider-Verse movies. Because, like, the first 2 minutes of Into the Spider-Verse, like, endears you to him immediately. Like, it's so good. They're so good at establishing characters. Oh, A24 did Hereditary? Well, that explains a lot. That explains a lot. Okay. I'm seeing what their wheelhouse is now. So I guess A24 does take risks on very different projects. Because, like, Hereditary is not a fun movie to watch. It's supposed to be uncomfortable. It's supposed to be very uncomfortable. You have to like that kind of thing or be in the mood for that kind of thing to watch it. Like, Hereditary is like fucking Rosemary's Baby. It's like that kind of level of just, like, discomfort. What's his favorite? You do Mahershala Ali's voice. Who did he play? I'm not familiar with the actors. I'm terrible, I know. Oh, he's Uncle Aaron. Oh, he's Uncle Aaron. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Fucking, like, that last scene in Across the Spider-Verse with Uncle Aaron and like, Nega Miles. They are so scary in that scene. Oh, my God. It's like, chilling. Like, even the second time I watched it when I bought it on digital, it's like, it's fucking scary. I love it. It's so good. Oh, is Iron Lung out? No, I haven't seen it yet. I didn't know it was out. I'm behind everything. Prowler's theme is so good! It's so fucking good! Ah! I'm like fangirling. And you know what's really funny? They were talking about, you know, like live action Miles, and I was like, oh, the kid who voices Miles in Spider-Verse should just play him live action. And then I looked up the actor and he's like 28. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I thought you were like actually a teenager with that voice. Which is impressive. But I was like, dude, you're a grown-ass man. Oh my God. It's been out a while ago? Oh, damn. I'm bad. I mean, I knew he was making it. Iron Lung movie. When did it come out? Director, Markiplier. Like how they didn't even use his real name on fucking Wikipedia. No, it's not out yet. Oh, you're talking about the game? Or are you talking about the movie that Markiplier's making? Because I don't think the movie's out yet. Like finding out Zuko's VA is a grown man. Ah, see, I knew that Akendok, because as soon as I heard Zuko's voice when Avatar was first coming out, I said, is that motherfucking Rufio? So I knew it was Dante Bosco. If you guys don't know who Rufio is, I'm going to have to educate you now. So, there's this old movie called Hook. Starring Robin Williams as a grown-up Peter Pan who has to go back to Neverland. And back in Neverland, there's a new leader of the Lost Boys. And his name is motherfucking Rufio. Let me get this. There he is. There's our boy! That is baby Dante Bosco in Hook. And we thought he was the coolest fucking kid back then. And I think he awakened something in many little girls and boys with that midriff. Not me, obviously, but all the straight girls and little gay boys loved him. Gwen's motive movement is the OG Spider-Man's cartoon remix? That's cool as shit. Some people don't know about Hook, alright, Kaiser? He's also Jake Long, yes. Hook came out in, like, 1991, I want to say? Let's find out. Hook release date, yeah, 1991. Sai's always right. Sai's always right. It's a good fucking movie. It's a good movie. But there's a thing, like, Twin Perfect had a good video on it. Like, Hook tends to only appeal to people who saw it as kids, and, like, everybody else seems to hate it. Like, my mother hates this movie. She hates it. My brother and I love it. We saw it as kids. So, I don't know what it is about it. I mean, it's goofy in places, and unfortunately, Julia Roberts is in it, which is a detriment to any movie, but... which is sad because she's playing like kind of a cute butch Tinkerbell, but unfortunately it's Julia Roberts, so you know. Did we just get reversed? Hey, Mr. Stark? Yeah, you did. You weren't born yet when that came out? Ah, Skrill, fuck you. Don't tell me that. I hate you. Oh yeah, Maggie Smith is in Hook in old lady makeup that looks exactly like she looks now. It's uncanny. Eddie, let me look it up. So, let me look up Maggie Smith. Maggie Smith is playing like an old Wendy in it, and oh yeah, there actually here's a good comparison picture I just found. So she was actually an old lady makeup in this. And it like, it's uncanny! She looks like she looks now! Of course, kids love Hook. It's a movie about a couple of adults getting to a pointless fight and dragging their kids along. Yeah. You were born 10 years after it came out. Ah, stop! Stop! How old was I in 1991? I would have been like 7, probably. I don't know. 7 or 8. You watch an indie show? Were you airing your indie show? Actually, my brother is about to release an indie show on YouTube, so I will probably promote that to all of you people when he does. It's based on one of his friends' real life about managing an apartment in Koreatown. So, it's good shit. She looks younger than the made-up version, you're right, yeah. Tevin, what am I, 40? Yeah, what am I, 40? I had like a couple of people on Twitter trying to come after me about my age, like I'm not open about it. It's like, oh, you're 40 and you're on Twitter telling me I'm a dumbass. Like, yeah, I am. You're a dumbass. I mean, people over 25 can exist on the internet. I've been on the internet longer than you've been alive. Get off my fucking lawn. This is my turf. You came to the wrong neighborhood, son. Yeah, you watch. That's like fucking Cougar. Cougar McDowell, who I do work for. Like, he's young, but I guess, like, he grew up on a farm with nothing but a bunch of old VHS tapes, so he's, like, heard of all these movies from the 90s. And I'm like, Cougar, are you sure you're not secretly 30? Come on now. You gotta stop this. Like, I'm always trying to impress him with things I know, and he's like, oh yeah, I've seen that. I'm like, fuck you. The oldest movie I've watched is, Metropolis, actually. The OG one. The silent film one. So I was very curious about it. It's actually pretty damn good. It's very ahead of its time as far as sci-fi goes. And message retracted. Sorry, ZV, you might have been trying to post a link or something. I think I have links blocked on YouTube chat still, and I don't know how to fix it. Because I'm such a good streamer. I'm such a good streamer, everybody. I've only been doing this for like a couple of years. I sent you who made M. Can you imagine adults in the future looking at adults younger than them going, how have you never heard of Undertale? Yes, I can imagine that. It'll happen to you. It'll happen to you. And that's probably a Simpsons quote that a bunch of you didn't fucking get just now, because it's a really old one. God damn it. I'm gonna play that, Yeah, right? I posted, like, a scene from Demolition Man the other day, because I'm like, this is the fucking future Zoomers want. You know, people getting ticketed for swear words and shit. Oh, Analyzing Evil put up one on, Paranoia Agent. I'm gonna have to watch that later. Let's see. I have to educate you all on this old Simpsons quote that's been living rent-free in my head since I was a teenager. And Demolition Man also came out in, on my offline YouTube. You're fucking lying to me. I'm, like, literally... Uh-oh. I'm still up on Twitch. I think YouTube is having issues at the moment. Oh, you had to watch it for school? Yeah, I watched, oh yeah, it looks like looks like YouTube just shit the bed. Like, in general. Okay, there it goes. That wasn't me, that was YouTube having connection problems just now. I'm going to teach you guys about Demolition Man, too. Okay, here we go. Here's what I wanted to show you guys. It'll happen to you! No sound. Oh. Damn it. I have the wrong Chrome capture up, I guess. There, I tried to like school you guys, and then I boomered it and fucked it all up. What happened to my browser sound source? What the fuck? Yeah, wait a minute. I should have one called Chrome Audio. Oh, I accidentally... Okay, never mind. Here we go. Now it should work. You're gonna watch this, damn it!
What the hell are you two doing? That's called rocking out. You and Dan. You're not with it. I used to be with it. Then they changed what it was. Now what I'm with isn't it, and what's it seems weird and scary to me. It'll happen to you. No way, man. We're gonna keep on rocking forever. 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 Forever.
It'll happen to you, kids! Like I said, that scene has lived rent-free in my head since I was a fucking teenager. So I knew what to expect. Oh, Ashley down there, my Twitch is NP size, my Twitch. Depending on what chat you want to be in, I guess. Oh, there you go. It'll happen to you! The other quote I like from The Simpsons is, am I out of touch? No, it's the children who are wrong. Becomes more and more true with each passing year. You're 22 and relate to that a little too much. Well, I mean, shit advances even faster now too. Like pop culture changes at like a breakneck speed. Technology changes at a breakneck speed. We have no chance anymore. Everything's all topsy-turvy. Oh god, I'm becoming Doomer Sigh. Aha, Ashley has become a Twitchite. You can fight the YouTubians. I really need to find a way to pit you guys against each other somehow. I need to use like polls or something. I'll have to find some plugins so I can fuck with the chats. The only concert you eventually get out of touch. Hey, everyone always thinks I'm really young because I know all the young people slang, so I'm not out of touch yet, maybe. Am I looking to social media too, Electric Boogaloo? I don't know. I'm definitely not getting one of Elon Musk's brain chips. I don't trust him. Well, somebody pointed out, like, what happens, like, if you have, like, a brain implant and they stop supporting the software? What happens then? You know? It's just a good point. Alright. That's good for her hair. Let me put her helmet back on. I did it on a separate layer just for my own fucking sanity. God, you guys are so... the entire chat is babies! The entire chat is babies. I should be used to that by now. I know my work appeals mostly to the Utes. There's another goddamn reference none of you are gonna get. Oh wait, I need to put my glitchies back in. There we go. Lesbian rocks for the Utes. Yeah. You've never been in touch to your agent gracefully. There you go. There you go. Now you're thinking. Now you're thinking. I'm not your mother. I'm your grandmother. And most I'm your fucking weird aunt. Yeah. I'm your weird deadbeat aunt who smokes weed and draws cartoons. Of course I remember Y2K. I also remember hearing in elementary school if we didn't fix climate in the next, like, 30 years, we're all gonna be fucking doomed, and, well, we're still hearing that. I'm a Steven Universe fan, so I did this. Yeah, you're right. I am a very unique individual, I'll say that. I don't think I'm like a lot of other people. I don't think I can be categorized. I'm so unique. I'm so unique, guys. I'm such an individual. Weird aunt, yeah. Wait, it's what YouTuber ruined the weird aunt thing for you? Who's being a bad auntie? Who's being an evil stepmother witch? Masquerading as an auntie. Manic Pixie Dream Streamer. Oh, please don't call me a Manic Pixie anything. Oh, Lily Orchard. Lily Orchard claims to be an auntie? Bullshit. Lily Orchard is like a neighbor Karen. You darn kids, get off my property! Like that. I don't know why I decided to be Southern for that one. HOA Karen, yeah! Yeah, no! Lily Orchard would definitely be, like, the head of the HOA who, like, lets that small amount of power go to their fucking head. And they act like fucking HOA Stalin, you know? I don't think Lily understands fun at all, you know? We will, I have promised we will react to Lily again at some point in the future when I feel up for it. Because I do wanna, watch Lily's video on story-driven shows and the one on anime. Though I have heard Lily, like, mention Steven Universe constantly in, like, every single video. Like, she can't help herself. Like, it's like a tick. You know? Lily would rewrite... Yeah! So, like, I've been hearing about this localization issue, and one of the big ones was, like, from Dragon Maid. And personally, I think Dragon Maid is disgusting. It's just, like, misogynistic otaku bait written by someone who has literally done, like, Shotokan and Lolicon hentai manga, so, like, fuck all of that. It's gross. But that being said, I think the line changes are stupid. Like, they had somebody in Dragon Maid say, like, oh, I changed my outfit because of those pesky patriarchal standards. And it's like, nobody fucking talks like that. Nobody anywhere talks like that. Get off of Twitter. Nobody in real life fucking talks like that. You know, it's just a matter of writing good dialogue at that point. You know, like, I think the show is disgusting, like, misogynistic, and literally has, like, a lolly character in it that another, like, elementary school age girl, like, lusts after, like, literally. It's a disgusting show. But even with all that, the fuck are you doing with lines like that? You know, what the fuck are you doing? Just, like, this smug liberal bullshit where people have to, like, shove their politics into everything no matter how little sense it makes. And when people are just trying to relax and enjoy entertainment, you know, Give people a fucking break from, like, all the, like, stresses in the world, would you? Let them just enjoy their stupid cheesecake big boob anime girl show in peace. Yeah, like, it just comes down to, like, nobody fucking talks like that. No, it's not weird to simp for loot. It's not weird to enjoy villains in, like, an over-the-top, unrealistic show. They're there to be enjoyed. At the end of the day, it's still entertainment. And I'm so tired of people, like, taking these things to a logical extremes. It's like, yes, you can make the argument that there are times when a culture's media informs that culture and perpetuates biases. Yes, you can argue that, but you can't be, like, out there saying, like, if you like a villain, then you, like, literally condone doing the things they do in real life. That's just fucking retarded. And I'm going to keep saying that word, too. Fuck you, everyone who says I can't. That's why they don't want you to say it, because that's what they are. It's so... God. It's like all these people that act like the only reason to have, like, characters that are gay or black is for representation. Like, they can't just be people. They can't just be people in a story. You know, they can't have flaws. They have to represent the entire demographic. And it's like, that's just tokenism all over again. You're just reinventing old problems and calling it progressive. I don't understand. Yeah. And this is exactly why I keep getting into fights on Twitter, because I'm like, you know what? I'm so sick of seeing people, like, behave like this with complete immunity and lack of consequences. Like I literally had someone tell me the other day, like, well, even though Discord screenshots can be easily faked, and you proved that to me just now by faking a screenshot of me, which I did that to somebody to prove how easily Discord screenshots are faked. I faked a Discord screenshot of them saying something, like, in 2 minutes on my phone, just to show them. And they're like, well, but Vincy Pop's a bad person anyway, so you could just believe she would do these things. And it's like, no, that's not how anything works. Like, just because you don't like somebody doesn't mean you can just, like, tell people, well, just believe this unsubstantiated rumor about them. I don't care who they are or what they did. That's no way to behave. I don't care why you hate them. I don't care who it is. You know? Well, and yeah, again, it doesn't matter if Angel Dust is good rep or not. That is, his story is one that happens to people in real life. Like, people do get, you know, exploited by the sex trade. It's not a good thing. Oh my god, you know? That's the entire point. Like, you see the glitz and glam, you know, at the front of that lifestyle, but then you see what it actually does to Angel Dust, and, you know, that fucking happens to people. They get trafficked, they get trapped by pimps, you know, and they don't want to actually be there. Like, this is what happens to people in real fucking life. It's not about representation, you know? And then a lot of people who have gone through those experiences relate to it. So, fuck you. They mentioned Gamergate in another anime's dub. Are you fucking kidding me? Gamergate has been over for like a decade. Get over it. It was stupid in the first place. What I'm saying, Ashley, is like not everything has to be there for representation, you know? It's basically like saying, like, you can't have any characters who aren't white or straight unless they're there for, like, a reason to represent the entire demographic that they are, which is just tokenism. It's just tokenism. It's just noble savage. It's like condescending positive discrimination, you know? Sometimes a character can just happen to be gay and be a flawed person like everybody else in the fucking show. They don't have to be a paragon of their kind all the time to exist in a story, you know? It's what I'm saying. Like, if you think gay characters should only exist for representation, you're part of the fucking problem. Oh yeah, it's like Disney saying, oh look, we have our 6th, you know, first ever openly gay character, so come watch our shit, even though they're like in one scene that we're gonna cut out for China, because we don't actually care. You know? Yeah, Gamergate was always like, look, I don't care what anyone fucking tells you. Gamergate started because of one asshole airing his dirty laundry about his ex on 4chan. And all she ever did was make like a shitty browser game that didn't matter. And then all these fucking dude bros came out saying, oh, she's part of the problem in ethics and journalism because like somebody she maybe dated like reviewed her game once or mentioned it in an article and that's about ethics and journalism. Like, no, you just wanted to fucking harass a woman because like her ex-boyfriend told a story that fits your narrative of woman bad on fucking 4chan. And that's how the whole thing started. Don't let anyone lie to you and tell you it was actually for a good cause, because it fucking wasn't. Because these guys didn't care about, like, actual ethical violations. They just wanted to go after, like, Anita Sarkeesian and this one chick who made a browser game because her ex-boyfriend went on 4chan and said, she slept with, like, 5 guys. She totally, like, slept with a guy for a review. Like, just trust me, bro. You know, the whole fucking thing was stupid. And the fact that people on both sides still bring it up is pathetic. I don't care if you were pro or anti-Gamergate. Bringing it up at all is pathetic. That is what I say. Free thinker sigh, yes. Yeah, Disney, look at our gay characters. Owl House, watch me. Disney, not you. No, we don't want real, actual gay characters, like, being real, full, you know, characters. We just want to have 2 women kissing in the background of a Star Wars movie, and then cut it out for China, and then say, oh, look how progressive we are. Give us your money, gay people. Fuck off. Get out of here. I still say The Boys has made me feel the most seen with its scenes, like, absolutely eviscerating rainbow capitalism. It localizes a prison school? Oh dear god, I don't even want to know what they might have done to that. I've only heard of it, but... You didn't even know how to speak English when that happened? Well, that's probably for the best, Ashley. Like I just said, it did not matter. The only people who think it matters are the ones who were involved in it, and they keep trying to restart it like every few years. And again, it was just woman's ex-boyfriend, you know, aired their dirty laundry on 4chan, and also a woman was doing a feminist series on video games at the time that made the internet go insane, even though it was like the most milquetoast fucking opinions. Her videos weren't even that good, but you know, because they made such a hubbub about her, she got a bunch of money. But yeah, just the implication that video games might have problematic depictions of women made a bunch of people like go completely insane, and make like a browser game of punching this woman in the face for daring to say so, which yeah, definitely doesn't prove the point at all. You dumb shit. But yeah, beyond like the localizers shoving American politics into anime, where they don't belong. Also, just like using like meme references and like Gen Z slang will just so immediately date something, you know? Like you'll watch it 2 years from now and be cringing because it's like, oh wow, yeah, that sure was a fad for like a week, you know? In like 2017. It's just bad writing, is really when it comes down to it. It's just fucking bad writing. And localization does, you know, involve some writing, basically, because you can't... There's just some things that can't translate between languages. You have to, like, come up with something equivalent to it. It'd be true, Crunchyroll, hear an anime character say PogChamp. I'm sure it's happened. There's different approaches to take for localization. Like with Fully Cooley, they basically made equivalent jokes in the English dub because there's so many jokes in Fully Cooley that only work in Japanese. So they had to come up with workarounds. So that's the other thing, like Japanese is like so fucking good for puns. Like, this is why so many anime, like, has a lot of pun humor, because Japanese just, like, is just so perfect for puns. And the Japanese love their fucking puns. And sometimes you just have to understand what the joke is in Japanese to get it. Actually, Madoka! Madoka is a very good example of that. Madoka has a line of wordplay that does not work in English. But it's very impressive in Japanese. It's very impressive wordplay. Because there's that scene, spoilers for Madoka, but it's been out for like a decade now, right? There's that scene where Kyubey says, in English, I think he says, like, you know, you call adolescent females in the human species girls, so it only makes sense, you know, when you become witches, we call you magical girls. But the line he says in Japanese is so interesting, because the term for magical girl in Japanese is mahou shoujo. And the word for witch is majo. So then you take, like, the first two letters of mahou shoujo, and the last two letters of mahou shoujo, you'll get majo. So you shorten magical girl, you get witch. And that's the amazing wordplay, but it only works in Japanese. You can't really equivocate that in English. It's kind of frustrating, because it's such a good line. But I'm sure, like, the opposite also happens. Like, I watched a very good video on how localization works, by a lady who does do, like, subtitling and stuff. And she used, the Japanese version of BoJack Horseman as an example of how Japanese localizes English shows and has to change jokes, to make wordplay in Japanese, etc., etc., and, you know, why they wouldn't be direct translations and why they can't be direct translations sometimes. It was very, very interesting. And it kind of turned me around on the creative writing aspect of localization. But now, you have a bunch of localizers out there, like, not doing their jobs properly, and that's fucking frustrating. There's an entire plate of Monogatari, every scene is wordplay. I wouldn't be surprised. There's so much wordplay in anime that just does not translate. That's why you have to be kind of a weeb. But then again, localization can be fun, because, like, when they did Undertale in Japanese, like, they gave Sans a hick accent, which is really funny. But the other thing I noticed is that Papyrus calls himself Ore-sama. Which is a really, really, really arrogant way of saying I, as in I myself. Because how you say I, as in yourself in Japanese, changes depending on, like, your status and your gender and shit. So that can tell you a lot about a character, just the way they refer to themselves. They were kind of Cinchini, because nobody fucking cared about ghost stories. Nobody cared about ghost stories. Not even the people selling it to the localizer. And Ghost Stories is considered, like, the first abridged series, basically. You know? Kind of by accident. But it is kind of like the first abridged series. Is the Black Star from Soul Eater thing? He referred to Papyrus as Oni-san? Which would be weird, because Sans is supposed to be the older one, right? I don't know. Unless Toby Fox was trolling. Such an anime with a worse studio. Yeah, it can depend on who's doing the dubbing too. I watch dubs a lot more these days. I didn't back in the day, because dubs usually were pretty fucking terrible. Like back in the 90s and shit. Like, people who complain about dubs now don't even know how bad it used to be. You don't understand, kids. Oh god, so many, like, yeah, people who find Hazbin Hotel offensive, like, they probably would die if they saw early fucking South Park. They'd die if they saw Venture Brothers, because I say retard in Venture Brothers, you know? Like, god. Well, yeah, heck, it's like Mario and Luigi. Luigi's the younger one, but he's the taller one. There are times I like the dub better. I think I was talking about that last time, or maybe while we were streaming Palworld, like with Demon Slayer, I love Zenitsu's dub actor. I like him more than the Japanese actor. And I think he has funnier screaming than the original actor. So it's like one of the rare times I prefer a dub voice to the sub voice. I like Full Metal Alchemist too. I kind of prefer Ed's English voice to the Japanese one. I'm not saying Pakuromi is bad, but I don't know. Having a female actor for Ed seems a little weird. And I do like Travis Willingham as Roy Mustang in Full Metal, but I still think I slightly prefer the Japanese voice. No, actually, I preferred the 2003 Roy Mustang Japanese voice, and then they changed all the voice actors in Brotherhood, but they kept all the same English actors in Brotherhood, so I preferred to watch it in English. Because I was so distracting to hear Roy and Hawkeye be different in Japanese. Even though I hate 2003. Mario and Luigi are apparently twins? I always thought, like, Luigi was maybe 2 years younger than Mario, but maybe that's because my little brother is 2 years younger than me. So, and I just sort of projected onto Mario, I guess. Because, of course, I always get to play Mario, because I'm the older sibling. Duh. I get to be Mario. So, of course, now my brother's a Luigi stan, as most younger siblings are. Found out Mario's 24 and you shat yourself. You know, that's funny, Drawing with Green. When I saw the movie, I had a really weird reaction. I was like, you know what? When I was a little kid playing Mario games and watching the Mario Super Show and, you know, Captain Lou Albano as live-action Mario, back then it's like, oh, Mario and Luigi are grown-ups that I look up to. And now that I'm, like, older and I'm watching the Mario movie, I'm just sitting there like, oh, Mario and Luigi are such good boys. Now that I'm, like, far older than the characters. It's just funny how that works out. So yeah, when I was young, they were role models, and now it's like, oh, they're such good boys, you know, they're so good to their mom. Out there saving the day. They should add another Mario brother for middle child representation. What about a Mario sister? They can be like Yakko, Wacko, and Dot. Though Dot's the youngest, isn't she? I guess that wouldn't work out. Yeah, it's always the younger siblings who are Luigi stans. It's just how it works out. Probably because, you know, your older sibling made you play Luigi with, like, you know, the bad knockoff Mad Catz controller. I definitely made my brother play with the Mad Catz controller, because I'm an asshole. You realize you have a crush on both the Mario brothers? I think my first video game crush was Chun-Li, to tell you the truth. I used to play a lot of fighting games back in the day. Like, it was before story-driven games were really, like, a big thing, and I mostly played, like, fighters and, platformers, actually. I still enjoy platformers from time to time. It's so weird, like, so many, like, younger people are, like, into, like, 2D platformers now, and to me, like, my brain just goes, well, but that's old shit. That's old shit. Hi, Gaps, I'm doing good. We're talking about Vidya. I did mention earlier, I ended up enjoying Palworld so much that Skrill and I decided to split costs on renting a private server for 6 months. So we've been playing on our own private server, and we probably will stream it again, because that was a lot of fun. And I know I was incompetent in setting myself on fire and being a pain in the ass that Skrill had to babysit when I first tried it, but I have significantly improved at the game now. It's very fun. Well, Skrill, Souls, and I all still have to raid the Syndicate Tower to get past the tutorial, so maybe we could do that on stream. That could be pretty fun. I think Skrill and I are in the same guild. I don't think Souls can be in our guild, though, because there's, like, a base limit for guilds. I guess we can have 2 now, so Skrill has her own house again. She moved out. Very sad, no. But yeah, so... And I think I have fixed my crashing issues with Palworld. Limiting the frame rate... Oh god. There's just my Otis lisp right there. Limiting the frame rate to 30 seems to have fixed my GPU crashing issues. I mean, we played Palworld for like 6 or 7 hours straight on Monday, because I was like, you know what? I just want to relax today, because I told the story when I opened the stream, but for those who weren't there, Sunday night I ended up having to stay at work till 3 a.m. because there was a dog in labor. And then last night I also went into work from 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. because the dog was in labor. So I work at a dog breeder for my my weekly income. So, because I need a steady income on top of what I make online. Because that's very not steady and unstable. Yes, puppies! So I end up whelping 4 puppies last night. She finally had the first one at 15 past midnight, and then she was like an hour on the dot after that. The next one was like at 1:30, and then the next one was at 2:30, and the next one was at 3:30. And they were huge puppies! I think she overcooked them a bit. They were enormous for newborns. And she ended up having 9! Because when my coworker came in at 4 a.m., because the morning shift starts at 6 a.m., so she said, well, I'll come in like a couple hours early to relieve you. And I'm like, thank you. Oh, Havanese. Thought we just do Havanese dogs, so they're little terrier type things. But unfortunately I don't have any pictures from last night, but I do have doggy videos on my phone at any given time. In fact, I think I put one in Discord. Probably bring that up in the thing. First video game was Ivy from Soul Calibur. Says a lot about you, I think. Oh my. If you guys don't know who Ivy from Soul Calibur is, I'm pretty sure she's the one with the whip. Just like making the joke. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna shame you. I'm gonna shame you right now. For saying that. This was your first video game crush, huh? Yeah, it says a thing or two. It says a thing or two, pal. I'm just saying. You gonna make a lapis lazuli OC? That's cool. Right, and weren't we talking about that in the White Diamond Steven server? we were looking up like we were trying to figure out what an off-color lapis would be, and I found out that sometimes lapis lazulis can end up with a layer of calcite, which is like this green, it's kind of brittle green mineral. So you could do like an off-color lapis with like pockets of calcite on her, which would be kind of cool. I've also said I want to see a blonde lapis, because like I was reading up on lapis lazuli actually, so they can have like a higher level of pyrite in them, or a higher level of calcite in them, or they can have really, really low levels of calcite and pyrite, and like have barely any. So you could actually do a pretty wide variety on lapises if you really wanted to. I found out more about gemstones looking up like fucking things to do for gem OCs and things to do for fusions than I had even in my like geology phase as a kid. which is crazy. I had a geology phase as a kid, as many kids do, but yeah, I've learned more about gemstones after getting into Steven fucking Universe. So I think I mentioned before, a couple years ago, I think he passed away in 2019, so I had a cat named Jasper. I named him in 2005, so don't get any ideas. Rebecca Sugar was still in high school, I'm pretty sure. So I had a black cat named Jasper, and before Steven Universe, I thought Jasper gemstones were only black for some reason. I don't know why. I just assumed they were all black, so I named the cat that. I was originally gonna name him Jinx after my old black cat Jinx, but he was way too derpy to be named after a cat that cool, so he ended up being named Jasper instead. I always used to call him Jasshole. He was a pain in the ass cat his entire life, and I miss him very much. But yeah. Him and his sister Ember, they lived to be about 15, so which is good. And now I have my tuxedo cat named Monty, who who keeps accidentally getting called Jasper all the time. Sometimes we just call him Jasper Jr., especially when he brings me mice. Because Jasper was a hunter. Oh god, he was a hunter. One day, I was, like, we had a pet door at the time, too, so he was always bringing things into the house. So I'd find, like, dead snakes on the kitchen floor and shit like that. And then one day, I was walking through the living room with my laundry, and there's sitting Jasper, the cat, and next to him is a bullfrog, and it's alive, and it's completely unharmed. I have no idea how he carried a bullfrog into the house without hurting it, but he did. He was an interesting cat. I also would just turn on the back porch light some days, some nights, and find him just hanging out with a bunch of raccoons. He just had raccoon friends. He was a strange cat. Listen, I named Monty before Security Breach came out, okay? I just apparently have a curse. Sadie, my dog, I have less of an excuse for, because yes, the Steven Universe did remind me how much I like the name Sadie. Actually, Sadie almost got named Pearl, because when she was a puppy, she was very quiet, and we were thinking of old lady names for her, and I jokingly floated out Pearl, and my mother was like, she's my mom's dog too, my mother was like, oh, that could be a good one. I was like, oh god, if I name the dog Pearl, my mom doesn't know I'm like naming her after like fucking TV shows. I don't know about male gems. I mean, people like to do them. I've designed a couple for people, but I'm just kind of like, you know, I like all gems being female because, well, one, I get my lesbian paradise, but two, like, you hardly ever see such a wide variety of female characters as you do in Steven Universe. And in, like, a lot of other shows, like, a character like Jasper would, like, be the butt of jokes or something, you know? For, like, being strong and powerful and non-traditionally feminine, you know? But instead, it's, like, unremarked upon, and they're all just women no matter what, and they all, like, have a wide variety of looks and personalities, which, again, you often do not get with female characters. So I'm a little protective of gems in that regard, but I can see the appeal. And like I said, when it's for fucking money, when it's for commissions, yeah, I'll design you a male gem, I don't care, but I won't do it myself, you know? Well, how would a gem be non-binary though? Because they only have one thing. They're all, you know? It's just, like, that's the other part of the thing, like, I'm always like, why do you want to make gems less interesting? Why do you always want to make them more like humans? It's like people who have gems have personal names. Like, it's a pet peeve of mine. It's like, but gems don't get confused all calling each other the same name. Like, and it's just like part of their culture, basically. So like, why do you want to make, yeah, it'd be like making a male is sorry, exactly. Like, why do you want to take away the things that make them interesting, you know, and make them unique and different from humans? I don't understand. It's like, I like gems because they're such a unique alien species who don't think and act like humans. I'm always more drawn to the non-human characters and things anyway. Like, I like elves, I like aliens, I like fairies and things, and it's like, same thing with, like, Hazbin. Like, Hazbin Hotel, you're mostly focusing on demons and angels, but I mean, they're still analogous to human beings, but they also don't exactly operate like human beings, and that makes them more interesting and gives them different dimensions you couldn't do with just, like, a normal human story, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, no joke, my first cat's name was going to be Penny, her name is now Pepper. Well, my pets always end up with 5 million fucking nicknames anyway. But yeah, that's just my little rant on, like, as, like, people, like, you know, I don't know, doing stuff like that with gems, like, making them more human. It's like, why though? Like, why would you want to make them boring? You know? I just don't see why a gem would, though, Ashley. That's my point. Like, I don't know, it's the most natural thing to them that every gem is a she, you know? It's like, and nobody bats their damn eye when all the Transformers are he's, you know? At least they were back in the day. When they're all women, no, then it's weird for some reason, huh? I don't know. I like gems because they don't think like humans, is what I'm saying. You know? They are balls of light, yes, correct. Oh yeah. We call Skrill's guinea pig Princess Pee-Pee. I forget why we started doing that. That's her official title now is Princess Pee-Pee. Yeah, it's true, there are like a lot of like inhuman looking gems too. There are some that are like Bixbite and stuff. I mean, they still have like kind of like female features still. Like they really try to do that in the designs a lot, I've noticed, but like, yeah, there are some gems that are just like really abstract, which is cool. Obviously, all the ones who want to be hot look more like humans because, yeah. Again, like Asari just basically look like blue women with no ears and tentacle heads. You know? Because obviously corny humans are gonna make things that look, you know, appealing to humans. This is how we are. It's still fiction. You know, not everything has to be justified. Yeah, do you have an off-color lapis still does interest me, but it's like I gotta stop designing gem OCs I don't use. I have like 2. I have a Mad Scientist one and I have Star Sapphire and I like don't use them in anything. It's terrible. Maybe after I'm done with Switcheroo and I do sort of a slice of life little homeworld type thing focusing on Jasper and Spinell's relationship, which I have been thinking of doing. Might eventually want to pivot into original stuff too, but I don't know. Oh geez, yeah, humans drawing things that appeal to them on a horny level. I wonder who that could describe right now, yeah. I know what I'm about! Original size stuff. Yeah, I just don't know what I'd do exactly, because I had my little fantasy webcomic, but I think at this point in my life, I would kind of restructure a lot about it. And probably redesign the characters. So, or maybe it would be beneficial for me to come up with something completely new. I've had a few, like, little ideas here and there. Yeah, Olivine would be the mad scientist gem I'm referring to. Basically, it occurred to me, I was like, well, what if a gem looked at Era 3 and like, oh, we can do whatever we want now? Okay. I choose Rapture, basically. Like, she's going to like do scientific experiments however she wants because it's Era 3 now, and you know, who can tell her what to do? What she wants to do is experiment on other gems and figure out exactly how gems work. And my patrons have called Olivine Gemgala before, which is not far off. She is kind of like a horrible, like, I guess not human experimentation, but yeah, she's basically like a Nazi doctor. Yeah, she does not care. I retroactively realized I kind of low-key based Olivine on what's his face? B.D. Wong, his performance in Gotham as Doctor Strange. Dr. Hugo Strange, not the Marvel Doctor Strange, the evil scientist man one. Actually, let me bring up a picture of him. How he looks in Gotham. Gotham is such a dumb show, but it does have like really good depictions of Batman villains. That's the thing. It has really, really good actors in it. So here's B.D. Wong as Dr. Hugo Strange. He's so fucking good in that show, and he just chews all the scenery, and he's so delightfully like, oh yes, I'm an evil man who likes to experiment on people and see what happens. You know, so I think I low-key like got inspired by that when I designed her. But I haven't decided yet, Senshini, if Olivines are just what Era 1 Paradots are, or if she is in some way kind of off-color. You know, and she maybe was, like, kind of shoved off on a faraway place, but that also allowed her to kind of, like, take over a former colony and take over, like, a moon base as her evil lab. That's kind of my backstory for her. Like, she took over an old moon base as, like, her evil laboratory, and she kind of rules over, like, a small, out-of-the-way colony everybody kind of forgot about, you know? So, she's like a bit of a warlord or something, you know? Imagine if I made my own Gemstone and ship character Jasper. I don't know, I don't do self-shipping. I think self-shipping is a little weird. Even though, come on, let's not pretend that CG Spinell isn't a bit of my own self-insert. Let's be real. That's one thing I noticed about a spin span crew, as we call ourselves. Like, Skrill was part of it when we used to do Spinel House, when a lot of us had our own Spinel AUs, and now it's just me. We all kind of write Spinel based on our own personal experiences. We all sort of interpret her in different ways, which is kind of interesting to think about. If I had a Gemstone, that would have to be either like a ruby, because I'm an Aries. It'd have to be like a ruby. Or I said I'd maybe be like an off-color sapphire because I'm like the shittiest clairvoyant in the world. Like I get like deja vu sometimes of things I've dreamt about, but it's always like the most mundane shit. Like, aha! I knew you'd drop that potato chip today. I dreamt about it. You know, that kind of bullshit, you know? So, because I'd be like the most useless sapphire in the world. Yeah, right. I mean, you're right, Skrill. I should spend 50k on a video of Jasper chasing me down and seducing me. I could fucking draw that myself if I really wanted to. I'm an orange sapphire. No, I'd be like a purple one, obviously. Of course, we've made the joke before that my star sign, right? My birthstone is a diamond, so I'd be like a fucking diamond. Y'all bow before me. I'd also be the worst diamond. Oh, you saw Olivine just in the SU tag before even Switcheroo? Nice. That's because I'm very good at tagging, heck. Because I understand what tags are for. Honestly, if you tag consistently, you will end up at the top of searches for those tags. That's why I'm at the top of the searches on Instagram for Steven Universe, because I always tag my Steven Universe stuff Steven Universe. I always tag it Steven Universe AU. Like, I use the same tags consistently all the time. Tags don't just exist on Tumblr to make jokes in. They are part of SEO. I think that's also why part of why my Lily Orchid video blew up so much is because I fucking understand SEO and I knew what keywords to put in the title and the description to get the video out there. It just did way better than I expected. You'd be the tallest amethyst? Nice. I mean, I did base Star Sapphire a bit off of Pad Paraska, yeah. Because I was like, well, if she can have retrocognition, sort of, I could play with that a little bit. Even though I always criticize the off colors, I know, that's because I'm terrible. You guys are encouraged, and I'm putting like a shiny on her lip and everything, because you guys got my mind going in the wrong places. Dr. Strange should be the first ever comic supervillain. Who was the first, like, real supervillain, I wonder? I wonder who, like Superman's first villain was. It was probably somebody, like, they don't even use anymore. The off-colors are a good idea. They're a good idea. I like the idea. But they just didn't fucking have time for it in Season 5. They didn't have time to flesh it out. And it was just a waste of goddamn time. And I will stand by that. That's my cruel editor brain talking, though. Well, the thing is, though, I specifically made it so, like, Star Sapphire can't control her retrocognition, because otherwise she'd just be too OP. If she could just see anything in the past, she would be too fucking OP. So it's basically, like, she could blurt out, like, what you had for breakfast that morning, or she could, like, just tell your darkest secret. You never know what the fuck she's gonna say. And she almost, like, says it compulsively, like, whatever she just saw. So, that's what makes her fun. Well, actually, fun fact, Panda Star, I looked it up. Citrines are amethysts. They're just heat-treated amethysts, and that's what turns them yellow. So I found it actually interesting that Yellow Diamond is making citrines, so it's like maybe they can't make amethysts anymore because they don't have pink diamond, so maybe citrines are, like, her solution to that. Or maybe it was just a throwaway line the fucking crew threw out, you know? It could go either way with them. Because sometimes it's like, oh, this is like a secret lore dump. And other times it's like, they were just making this up on the spot, weren't they? You know, you can never tell, really. Superman was still fighting. Okay, who was the first supervillain? I want to see what people say about that. Oh no. Oh no. Well, it's an uncomfortable and terrible fact. Fu Manchu was comics' first supervillain.
You must feel rather lonely here.
No, but that's not for comics, though. Well, I guess he became a comic villain, but he was from a 1912 short story. Yeah, this kind of Orientalism persisted all the way into like the 1980s. It's kind of bad. Oh, shut the fuck up. I've asked. Something on this page is naughty, apparently. I thought Fu Manchu was a way older reference than that, though. Huh. Weird. Who was the first comic supervillain, though? That's what I want to know. Oh, I think I have frozen Chrome. That's good. You can see BD Wong again. Alright. Who was first comic supervillain? I'm curious. I guess it's still Fu Manchu, huh? Okay. List of superhero debuts. Nice. Ultra Humanite. Oh god. Of course it's a fucking monkey. Of course it's a fucking monkey! It was the Silver Age! Or is this part of the Golden Age? I don't know. For whatever reason, in like the 40s and 50s, monkeys were very popular.
In my pajamas, obviously.
Dr. Death was another one. Look at this. Look at this dude. The Monk. Ah, he doesn't even have his own page, okay? He's that unimportant. Oh god, Hugo Strange is a really early villain, apparently. 1940. So he is definitely absolutely based on Nazi scientists then. There's just no way he isn't. Neat. Oh yeah, Catwoman 1940. She had a very different outfit back then. Clayface was also from the 40s? Really? Huh. There's a dude just named Captain Nazi. Just fucking Captain Nazi. We're educating ourselves today, kids. Is that the early Flash right there, too? See, I'm not really into superhero comics, but I do know a lot about them because just nerd osmosis and from knowing my comics history. Because, I mean, obviously I like drawing comics, but I was never into superhero comics. I only really started getting into comics when I started reading ElfQuest, which is an indie comic that's been going on since, like, the 70s. And, then I really got into manga. And then I was like, oh, hey, comics can be cool, and comics can tell stories and not be about fucking superheroes and just stupid bullshit nonsense and have too much fucking dialogue on a page and, you know? So yeah, I was never really into superhero comics. I was always into, like, other variety of comics. Oh, Solomon Grundy's from the 40s, too. Huh. Interesting. Deadshot's from the 50s? Wow. Okay. Enough of that. Hard to say, Sinshini, but I know, cause World War II ended in 1945, but, like, the people behind the Holocaust were still, like, known people. They weren't, like, secret. Just what they were doing, or at least the scope of what they were doing was not, common knowledge to the outside world. You have to understand, like, in the 40s, like, information did not spread the way it does today, you know? you didn't find out about things that quickly back then, so, like, I mean, people might argue that some countries knew about what was going on, but I don't think anyone knew the scope of the Holocaust until, like, we finally busted down Germany's door and got in there, you know? So, not that I'm, like, big pro-military or anything, but that's the last time America could say we were the heroes. Maybe. We've been riding on that ever since. But yeah, all throughout, like, the 80s, Nazi bad guys were, like, the huge thing. A lot of different types of Captain Man, yeah. Imagine if, like, now you make a meme 5 months prior and suddenly everyone cancels you, yeah. Hey, you can't get canceled if you don't let them cancel you. There was somebody the other day who, like, took a screenshot of my tweet in case I delete. I was like, why the fuck would I delete this? I don't regret what I said. I asked somebody if spreading rumors about VivziePop or hating on Hazbin or something like that was, like, a very specialized form of Tourette's for them, and apparently that's ableist. Because people don't know how to fucking tell jokes anymore. That's a good question. If Jasper has some kind of rank. I headcanon that she does. I headcanon that Jasper has a rank above her station as a quartz. But that's not really confirmed anywhere. At least not in the show. But I like to headcanon that. Because, like, I mean, Yellow Diamond did put her in charge of the return trip to Earth. So, Jasper outranked Peridot on that. Hey, thanks for the super chat! Oh, my little thing didn't work, though, but I see that, I see it in the chat. Thank you so much! I'm glad you're drawing again. I mean, I'm glad my story about drawing again inspired you to draw again. This confirms for me, though, that my stream overlay for Super Chats does not work. I'm going to have to fix it. But thank you so much. I will, eventually try to do something fun for Super Chatting. I kind of want to make it so, like, people can make me sing karaoke for certain amounts or something. I've had that idea for a little while, because I can't play a lot of music I like on stream, but I could sing along to karaoke versions if I really wanted to. Yeah, that's the thing. The rubies, you see how the rubies react to who they think is Jasper. Obviously, it's Amethyst in disguise, but you could, and it does say in the art book that Jasper was kind of a celebrity on Homeworld, and oh, there it goes. It just took it a while. Yay! Yay! Okay, so there you go. If you super chat me, it'll take like a full fucking minute to show up apparently, but it did. It worked. And it reads it out in that funny little voice. Woo! Anyway. Yeah, so Yellow put Jasper in charge of the return mission to Earth, so she outranked Peridot on that, because Peridot basically told her, like, fuck the cluster. We're going back to Homeworld to show Yellow Diamond this. And, you know, as much as Peridot whined at her, because Peridot has a lot of unwarranted self-importance, Jasper outranks her there. So that's interesting. And you have to think, why were the rubies on Earth to begin with? They were on Earth looking for Jasper. Yellow Diamond actually bothered to send an extraction team for her, and only her! Yellow didn't give a shit about what happened to Lapis and Peridot, but she sent an extraction team for Jasper. Which makes me think that Jasper is like an asset to Yellow. So I do think Jasper had some kind of rank above her station as a quartz, and that probably pissed off a lot of higher ranking gems. And I also kind of headcanon that Yellow is kind of Jasper's mom. Just for my own fun. Because just that one scene in Change Your Mind, where Jasper reforms in the pool, and she's about to attack Steven, but she stops suddenly like she's heard something, and she looks over her shoulder, and she sees Yellow mom glaring at her, warningly, telling her not to pull some shit. You know? And that just makes me think Yellow and Jasper had some kind of rapport. And I also like the headcanon that Jasper got away with calling her Yellow Diamond instead of My Diamond. I bet Jasper reminded her a bit of Pink, too. with her tendency to rage. I can totally imagine Jasper, like, bursting into, like, Yellow's throne room, like, put me on the mission to Earth, I'll go! I want to beat up Rose Quartz! And Yellow went, aw, okay. I can't do a Patti LuPone impression, I'm not even gonna try. But yeah, I like to imagine Jasper got away with like mouthing off to Yellow a little bit. You you know, or at least not calling her my diamond, because she's still devoted to pink, and Yellow would be like, "Aw, I feel that, okay, you can get away with it, because you're special." But that also I think adds to Jasper's isolation, because, like, literally no one is on her level. She's in a league of her own, and, like, that, like, just made her like nobody else, basically, and she had no one to relate to. Because I always say her dialogue in fragments also makes me think she was too intense even for the other quartzes, so they were just like, you know, like, that bitch is crazy, like yeah, we're made for fighting, but holy shit, you know, you're nuts, lady. You know? So Jasper just strikes me as a very isolated character who has then convinced herself she's self-reliant and doesn't need anybody, because nobody likes her anyway. Or she can't get along with anybody. You tell you watched the zoo episode too much? I like the zoo episode. The zoo episode is funny as shit. I need to make a point extract. An extraction team consisting of 5 rubies. Just 5 rubies. Yeah, but we don't know what... I mean, rubies tend to do a lot of grunt work, it seems. It doesn't seem like there's anything in particular rubies are for. Like, they can act as bodyguards. They can act as, like, battle teams. They're kind of just like little rounders, basically. You know, just like little Janes of all trades, basically. You know? I don't know. It's almost like the gem lore isn't very consistent sometimes. Can a ruby do your taxes? I don't think I'd trust a ruby to do your taxes. Then again, look at Navy Ruby. Navy Ruby is the most Machiavellian genius strategist we've seen among gems, so... Also has what's the use of feeling blue is so funny because Yellow Diamond is accidentally making a human pun. Yeah, I know. Like, sometimes the gems say stuff like they as aliens probably shouldn't know, but it's like it's something that's also pointless to like overcomplicate. It's like White Diamond telling Steven he's acting like a child. You could say, well, why does she know what a child is? It's like, you know what, who cares? Because the dialogue would just be awkward if you tried to word it like in an alien way, so. And the gem stuff is not very serious world building. It never is. And that's something I've had to accept. I'm strong and independent. I don't need no diamond. Yeah, right. So about Lars and the off-colors versus Navy in space. I've said before, like, as much as I don't like Lars, my utility for him in, like, the future of Steven Universe, would be, like, him founding a Space Explorers Guild made up of both, gems and humans. It's kind of like the Space Federation, basically. Like, I could see that, and he'd be, like, the Nick Fury of this organization. That's what I'd do with Lars, personally. I remember somebody saying they were disappointed that Lars was gonna go back out into space because, like, he's practically immortal now. He can spend time with his family on Earth. But I was like, you know what? If I had a spaceship, I would be fucking back out in space too. I would. I understand Lars, finally. In the very last episode, he's finally not a complete piece of shit. Very last episode he's in, that is. It's like, just in Little Graduation, finally Lars is not, like, a complete, like, asshole and a complete, like, just unlikable asshole jerkhead. I lost my train of thought there. Space Station Larcion 5, yeah. Jasper's not a Karen. Jasper is an overgrown schoolyard bully. You're giving her way too much credit. Pearl is a Karen. Which it could be, I imagine. Jasper wouldn't be a Karen. Jasper would just punch you in the face and take what she wants. She don't care. She wouldn't bother arguing with you. She'd just glare at you until you hand her what the thing she wants. Pearl would be the one going, at you. No, Yellow Diamond's not a Karen. Yellow Diamond's just like fucking the CEO of the company. She'd just come in and ban you. I can see Blue Diamond being a Karen, but in like the most passive-aggressive way. White would definitely just be an out-and-out Karen. She'd end up yelling at you in the middle of, like, Walmart. Would Jasper be a Tiger Mom? Would you trust Jasper with a child? I wouldn't. She'd probably throw a piccolo and throw the kid through a mountain. Kind of want, you know, a while ago, I kind of wanted to draw, like the idea of, like, what if Jasper was uncorrupted early? Like, because she was corrupted differently and they found a way to, bring her in the story before they were gonna go fight the Diamonds and she could help train Steven. I could see her pulling a piccolo and just picking up Steven by the head and throwing him at a mountain to see what his power level is. Imagine being the off-crowds right from Munch and the Diamonds are finally on Earth, they're all there. That scene is pretty funny. Where Rhodonite's like, well, we're cracked. Gaps, I want, like, I'm saying, like, another Steven Universe show could be, like, a little Homeworld-focused show. I would fucking kill for that. Who do I need to kill for that? Who do I need to assassinate to get that show? I will do it. In Minecraft, in case YouTube, just, like, fucking nukes my channel for saying something like that. Oh, you watched it all? Good for you, Valentine. What'd you think about it? We were just talking about Steven Universe, actually. It's kind of like a thing I do. I always joke, like, I'm always like, oh, I love Steven Universe. I really love Steven Universe. It's my favorite thing. I just skip, like, fucking 18 episodes and then complain about some of the rating and a lot of the rating in Season 5. That's just how I am. That's how I enjoy things. There's nothing wrong with being critical of things you like. And, like, the best way to, like, learn to write better is to figure out why you think something in a story doesn't work. Alan Moore says that a lot. Actually, I should just play the Alan Moore clip for inspiration. Yes. Alright. That's the Simpsons clip I was playing. Alan Moore. Read terrible books. This is great advice. Honestly. And if you don't know, Alan Moore is the writer of Watchmen and V for Vendetta, so yeah.
As a prospective writer, I would urge you to not only read good books, read terrible books as well, because they can be more inspiring than the good books. If you're inspired by a good book, there is always the danger of plagiarism, of doing something that is too much like that good book, whereas a genuinely helpful reaction to a piece of work that you're reading is, Jesus Christ, I could write this. That is immensely liberating, to find somebody who is published who is doing much, much worse than you. And by analysing why they are doing so badly, this will immensely help your own style. You will find out all of the mistakes not to make. Why did this story offend me so much? Yeah, analyse that. Find out why you didn't like it. Find out all of the examples of clumsiness or bad thinking that spoiled the story for you. That will probably be a lot more helpful to your career as a writer.
He is absolutely correct. He does look like a wizard. He looks like Gandalf, the Gandalf to Rob Zombie's Sauron. But yes, I think that is excellent advice. I think that is excellent advice. And you should listen to Alan Moore. He's a very good writer. He's a weird dude. He's a very weird dude. But he's a good writer. He's comic book wizard grandpa. Listen to him. But yeah, it's true. Like, people say don't hate watch, or why do you hate watch? Why do you hate read things? It's like, because they can be inspiring. Because you can be like, this idea had so much potential, but it just got ruined by this or that. But yeah, picking apart why you don't like something can actually help you become a better writer. And I mean actually analyzing the writing, not just sitting there making up shit about it like the Hazbin aunties. You know? Yeah, Valentine, Babiva. It's true. I mean, yeah, I can understand, you know, being disappointed with the ending of Steven Universe, because it does conclude a little too quickly, and that's unfortunately because of exterior issues. Though, I do think there's a lot they could have cut from Season 5 to alleviate that, but I don't know how far along the writing was at the time. They knew they weren't getting another season, etc., and the time Rebecca Sugar had to beg for more episodes to finish the story. So, I mean, I wasn't there, obviously. Babe VA, okay. One thing you're gonna learn about my streams, I never pronounce anybody's name correctly. Ever. Anyway, we're back to my creepy music. But I was a little disappointed with the ending at first, too, but then the more I watched this, especially the scene, just the scene in White's head, that whole sequence, from when they enter White's head, and her taking Steven's gem out, that entire sequence is so well done. It is so well done. Like, everything from, like, the sound design to the direction, everything is so good, and I think because of they got that so right, that makes up for a lot of the, just how quickly it wraps up, personally. So, but yeah, no work by human hands is going to be perfect. And Steven Universe isn't perfect, by far, but it just has that certain je ne sais quoi to it, you know? It just has that certain vibe. It has that certain relatable just feeling and nostalgic feeling to it. And it's just very unique in that regard. She's gone! I love the fucking Lily Orchard who thinks Steven is an identity of Pink Diamond. Like, did you watch the ending? Like, goddamn. Oh, you hate read really bad webtoons and BL comics, yes. I watched and hate read all of Elfin Lied once. Because I was so fascinated by how bad it was. So, I can officially say I hate it. Used to be a huge Lily fan, I'm sorry for you. But, you know, when you're young, you know, your brain is mushy until you're about 25. You don't know any better. I'm kidding. Honestly, I know I was very sassy in my video, but I'm only that rude to people who deserve it. I try to be kind to people most of the time. I have a very dark sense of humor. Yeah, like, that's what struck me too, Valentine, especially when I got to the section on the movie, because when I did the video on the movie is what made me finally decide to cut the whole video together, because it was just astonishing how much Lily was just lying about what happened in the fucking movie and was manipulating footage to keep that up. Like, just cutting out Opal entirely to justify making fucking conversion therapy jokes about Pearl, which, honestly, I kept my tone light in that part, but, it pissed me off quite a bit, actually. It was extremely inappropriate and offensive and kind of homophobic, so yeah, thanks for that, Lily. You asshole. Yeah, I still don't understand that comment about change. I have no idea what this youth pastor song is supposed to mean. I don't know where Lily is dragging that from at all. I don't know if it's a reference to something else or what. That confused the fuck out of me. I don't usually celebrate Valentine's Day personally. It's a corporate holiday. I'm one of those assholes. I will buy Valentine's chocolate on sale after Valentine's Day, though. Go make out like a fucking bandit. Oh, I just mean I have a dark sense of humor in general. I mean, for God's sakes, one of my favorite shows right now is The Boys. brought that up before.
My subject is disturbed tonight. Her world is disturbed.
I love when people tell me like, oh, you probably watch nothing but kids' cartoons. It's like, no. It's like when you find out the other shit I'm into, like sometimes people are just like, oh god, no. It's like, I like what I like, alright? My tastes in most everything is very eclectic. You can hear that in my music samplings. Dated continues to be the GOAT of my stream because I can play his music without getting copywritten or forced to share revenue. Not that I mind sharing revenue with musical artists, but if you like this creepy dark ambient music, go check out Ill-Advised Records. He's fucking great. I've bought like 5 of his albums and I play them on stream all the time. That's some of the only background music I can use. And I actually genuinely like his stuff. Like, I listen to it all the time. He's a big part of, like, most of my ambient playlists and chill playlists and shit like that. Yeah, I said before, I am planning to do more Lily reactions. Not to milk it or anything, but there are 2 videos I'm looking at. I think it's, the one that says why your story-driven show is going to suck, because Lily hates serialized stories, apparently. And the other one is Lily's anime ranking, which has Hamtaro as #1 and Revolutionary Girl Utena as the worst one. It's like Utena is down there at the bottom and the rest is like 4Kids dub stuff. You know, like Hamtaro and Samurai Pizza Cats. And I know it's probably clickbait on Lily's part, but we'll still check it out sometime. Oh, the writing tips. Yeah, people have already done videos on the writing tips. They're so bad they're not even worth, like, mentioning. Because half of Lily Orchard's writing tips is just, I hate She-Ra. I hate Steven Universe. I hate She-Ra again. You know? It's like, it's not even writing advice. It's just more bitching about cartoons that you barely watched. I mean, I don't know a lot about She-Ra. I wasn't that interested in it personally, but... I don't know, it's like Lily's like gloating like, oh, the only anime I've watched is like, you know, 4Kids dubbed stuff on TV, haha, take that, weeaboos, you know. But people were telling me like Lily's take on Utena in that video was even worse than the one in the Steven Universe video, which is the thing that made me become a YouTuber in the first place, I guess, because I was so impressed by my own recall about Utena. This is why I cut together that first video, and then that inspired me to cut together the Steven Universe one. And I was like in a manic state that whole time. It was like I worked on it for like a week straight. It was crazy. Yeah, don't turn your comedy into drama. Writers only write, artists only draw. It's like, okay, look, I get you're probably autistic or something, Lily, but dear God, that's not how anything works. So what do you think comic book artists are? Like, what do you think mangaka are? They're writers and artists at the same time. But yeah, every drama has some comedy in it. Like, every good drama has some comedy in it. And every good comedy has some drama in it. You know... If you're wholly one or the other, especially in a drama, because, like, funny things happening is part of life. So you would have some comedy in a drama, naturally. Because, you know, funny shit happens to you sometimes in just day-to-day life. And that's what dramas tend to be about. Because, like, even, like, fucking Breaking Bad had some comedy in it here and there, you know, because that's just fucking life, you know? As far as I know, Lily just has her wife draw comics for her. I guess I found out that little monster thing that I was confused at is a half Pokemon, half human child that Lily's OC self-insert has, I guess. And they do a comic about that looks really boring. Because Lily just likes slice of life, I guess, where people just sit around and do nothing all the time. Maybe we should start a fund so I could go on Lily's Patreon and say, hey, Lily, here's like $1,000 to review BoJack Horseman or something and see what happens. So Lily is apparently going to do a video on Hazbin Hotel. I have been told. So, we'll see when that comes out. I might do that too. And I don't promise anytime I do a react, I don't promise it's gonna be cut into a big video or anything. Because if I react to a video and it just turns out not very funny, you know, what's the point? I'm not gonna be a career YouTuber. I'm gonna be like a once in a while YouTuber. I am gonna cut together some of our first Palworld run though. I've been working at the fucking dog breeder so much I haven't really had time or energy for that. I definitely need to make a compilation of every single time I set myself on fire, because it happened an inordinate amount of times, because I kept just walking through the fucking campfire like an idiot. The Ancient Greek theater have drama and comedy as one, and comedy back then wasn't even what we call comedy now, so it's like, it meant something a little different. I don't know! Lily apparently likes Hazbin Hotel, but maybe that'll change. I mean, I don't know, but which way will Lily try to be contrarian is the question. You had no idea, Mud King? It's always on a Wednesday. Well, that's alright. I mean, it's 4 o'clock now. We'll probably be going a little longer. I said earlier I was gonna have kind of maybe a short stream today just because I'm so tired from work. I'd had to do 2 overnights. So... She said she liked it when she came. She doesn't know how she feels about it. Don't know how she feels about it now. Well, we'll see, I guess. But, I mean, even if Lily likes Hazbin, by some fucking miracle, we hear Lily give an opinion on liking something, I bet it'll still be wrong somehow. Just watch. That's really funny, because, like, a lot of times I do, like, agree with Lily on things. That's the funny part. Because, like, I know, like, in the Steven Universe video, Lily probably said, like, Lapis kept Jasper at the bottom of the ocean torturing her for giggles. Was probably meant to trigger Steven Universe fans, but I'm just sitting there like, yep, that's sure what she did. That's sure what she did. So... But then, like, Lily will just say this out-of-pocket nonsense and just make up shit and say that Steven's powers are mind control because it's our edgy Reddit fan theory from, like, 2015 or something. And Lily will just say it like fact. That is so bizarre to me, too. I've been seeing that on Twitter a lot lately, too. Especially with the... Again, with the Hazbin and Vivzipop antis. The hate-dom, as I call it. Like, they will just make up shit and spread those rumors amongst themselves, you know, and then just state them as fact. It's crazy. No, the Fantasia Centaurs, yeah. Been doing Switcheroo, Guido, mister. No, I did used to do game streaming a lot, for my friends. But I was never a YouTuber. I never meant to be a YouTuber. I never intended to be a YouTuber. But it just kind of happened. Someone and someone, I think that was just Lapis's justification. What Lapis really wanted was to finally be in control of a situation. So she retreated back into being trapped because that's what she knows, but she also brought someone down with her who was an acceptable target for her rage. So she took all her anger out on Jasper, which she admits to doing. So basically, Lapis was like waterboarding Jasper for like months as like her own personal therapy. But hey, Jasper's an asshole. She deserves it anyway, right? That's what the fans seem to think. Now, the character's trauma matters until it's fucking Jasper because she's violent and an asshole. For God's sake, she could've, what does she do in Alone at Sea? She summons a fucking water fist and punches Jasper like a mile away. She could've just fucking done that in Jailbreak, but she didn't. Because she wanted someone to torture. Because she's not normal. Yeah, Jasper's too fucked up to know what Lapis did to her was wrong, really. Someone actually tried to tell me it couldn't be abuse because Jasper went crawling back for more. It's like, are you listening to yourself? Just because Jasper's too fucked up in the head to know she was abused doesn't mean it's not abuse, you know? I love Jasper because she's so fucked up in the head and is just so oblivious to her own problems. That's part of why I like her so much. Like, you can feel sympathy for her for the way she is, but she's also really fucking dumb and a psycho. Well, I just called her dumb, but she's not really stupid, but, you know, in as so far as, you know, any gem comes off as a little naive just because they don't think like humans, you know? And also kids show, so even the quote-unquote adult characters are kind of written like kids, especially when they're gems, so... Alrighty, like I said, I'm probably gonna end the stream soonish. Can't believe it's already 4 o'clock. It went by very quickly. She's thick-headed. She's thick everywhere. Let me highlight that so I can... At least I'm actually getting, like, some shit done on the page today, not getting totally distracted all the time. Maybe next week we will return to, like, reacts or something. That is fun to do. And, like, the Lily reacts were kind of, like, my first time doing it, too. That's the funny part. I didn't usually do reacts on these streams. And then at some point, I will definitely announce it if we decide to, but at some point, Skrill and I definitely have to stream Palworld again, because that is pretty fucking fun. And like I said, now we have our own server. Where me, her, and our friend Souls have all built up our own little bases and shit. It's always fun to play with other people. And I figured we rent the server for 6 months. If we're still playing in 6 months, we can renew it. If we're not still playing in 6 months, then whatever. Next time we feel like playing it, we can start anew. It's just one of those games, you know? we could maybe stream it tomorrow. I do have some stuff to do, but we'll see. Because again, my week has kind of been a little kneecapped by having to go into work a lot. But yeah, I just hate Davis. I just hate when people like just excuse Lapis, you know, because she's small and pretty and sad, and Jasper is big and scary. So obviously, Lapis couldn't have done anything wrong, even though Jasper was the one trapped in the fusion and couldn't leave. And Lapis could have let go at any time, but she didn't. I mean, we'll probably be playing Palworld together tonight, Skrill. I mean, I'm definitely gonna play later. I finally finished building the thing I was trying to build before I had to go to work last night. And I finally got a flying mount. Haha, I'm very happy. And I got one of those love monsters. They attacked my base, and now it works for me. So I got a notification that a group of fangirls who could no longer contain themselves were approaching my base, and I was like, what? I named it Jealousy. I named it after our resident NSFW artist, because I could. Yes, there's a infamous animal in or pal in Palworld. What are they called? Lovanders? Yeah. Oh yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. So these things just couldn't keep their hands off of me apparently and had to invade my base. So I have one of these now. They knew exactly what the fuck they were doing. Maybe we should convince Cougar to do Palworld content on the channel because this game is made for furries. There's no getting around that. It is a very fun game, though. Just to go back to Palworld again. And just the people maligning it are they're just fucking hilarious. Like, just lying about it being AI, because they just want reasons to tell people, like, they're not allowed to play it because they personally don't like it. It's so stupid. Hey, they have better stats than the fucking lizard punks. So I have one on my base. She walks around mining and picking up stuff for me, and again, that's what this game has over Ark. The animals you catch can actually like do useful things and fucking feed themselves if you set them up to. Right now I have a cool little dude working my refrigerator and keeping my food cold. Okay. Where the fuck is the... No, it's not under there. I'm looking for a particular tool. What the hell did I do with... Oh, here. There we go. That's what I wanted. Just wanted to color the line over here. I am still enjoying vector layers very much, as you can see. It makes every stroke its own path. It's great. There we go. What's the matter, puppy girl? Doggy is getting restless, so I probably gotta wind down. I'll probably end the stream in like 10-15 minutes. It's usually about the time I feed the animals anyway. Got some work done. We mostly shaded Jasper. Why am I focusing on Jasper, I wonder? You see her crazy face again, everybody. I do hope to finish these pages soon, though. I did mean to work on them, yesterday. But I went out and I ran some errands, and I took the dog to the park, and I was enjoying the crisp air walking through the forest, and I got a text on my phone. Tasha's in labor. You might have to come in tonight. I was like, okay. And I got home and I, put groceries away and shit, and I was like, I don't feel like doing anything until I have to go into work, so I'm just gonna fucking play Palworld. Instead of working on the comic page. And that is why Switcheroo has no deadline. The end. I'm glad I figured out the layout of this page, though. So I'm probably gonna release these two on their own, because I haven't even thumbnailed the next one. But I mean, I know where I want things to go now. It was just figuring out the layout of these pages that was holding me up a bit. Yes, Crazy Eye Spinel. That's the reason I had to do this comic before I did a lot of other things. I guess we'll see. We'll see in time. I also want to start, uploading sketches again on Patreon. I know I've been very bad about Patreon lately. I've been trying to improve the incentives. So speaking of, I added some new chats to the Discord. If you join my Patreon for a single $1 you can get into my Discord server. Discord is not loading for me right now, though. That's fan-fucking-tastic. I was gonna try to show the new chats I added. But it won't open. Discord! Okay, it's just not opening. The program's just not opening for some reason. What the fuck? Well, I don't know what's going on with that, but I added a... Oh wait, hang on, let me try to end the tasks it has open right now and try to restart the damn thing. I added some new chats where you can ask for advice, brainstorming on writing or poster writing, and I've added chats where you can post your art, ask for art advice, ask for people to like redline your stuff to help you out, that sort of thing. And I added a chat where people can suggest things for me to react to. Oh, PayPal's fucking with you? That sucks. Okay, here we go. Finally. Jesus Christ, Discord. I think I have it up here. Oh. You're supposed to capture Discord. Alright, fine. Here we go. There we go. So, I don't know if you can see it over here. Oh, it was on screen for a second and then it disappeared again. What the hell? The hell, OBS? Will that work? Okay, it's not fucking showing. Anyway, whatever. So I have some new chats in my fucking Discord that you can join for $1. I think eventually I'm gonna do YouTube memberships. I just have to make them worthwhile for you people. We'll see. Hello, thank you, Ambitious Austin. I was just saying about how I accidentally became a YouTuber, because I just intended to drop that Lily Orchid video and then disappear again. But apparently I need to stick around now, which is why I started streaming on, dual streaming on YouTube. To give you guys some quality content. But I am going to end the stream soon, so sorry about that. Sorry you just showed up and I'm already ending. I did say it was gonna be a shorter one today though, because I've been stuck doing overnight shifts at my day job. I'm gonna stretch. My day job, which is puppies. Actually, that's right. I was gonna try to open Discord earlier to show you guys puppies. Where's the last puppy video I uploaded here? Let me see. Oh yes, here we go. Let me see if I can open that in see if I can open that in the browser. I have to download it to do that. Fine. Oh, hello! Somebody just joined Patreon. Well, thank you. Oh. No, I want to play the video in the browser. I'm like going far out of my way to just show you guys a video of a puppy. What if I drag it over there? I think it'll... Yeah! That works. No, it just makes me download it again. Well, fuck you. Fine, you know what? We'll go to my iCloud. I can play videos from there. That'll be how we end the stream today. I'll show you puppies. I have videos and pictures of puppies on my phone at any given time. Yes, let me sign in, damn it. Okay. So where are my videos? Well, there's the one I wanted to show you guys anyway. So let me see if I can get it open, and I think we can full screen it or something. Here we go. Yeah! Alright, now I can bring up Distractive Vision. Let me turn on the music. Okay, so to close out the stream today... where's Distractive Vision? I'll show you guys a poopy. Look at this little pug mug. What's the matter? I just gave you food. You're so ungrateful. I want to show everybody how funny your faces. Alright. Fine. Oh, my dog's barking. I think she heard the video. You heard that puppy? You heard that puppy? Yeah. But yeah, that's what I do for my weekly income. I bother puppies. Oh, and she has a very puggy face. It makes me laugh. Let me find another one real quick. I'll just give you guys a fucking dopamine hit. Oh yeah, this is. Oh, actually, this one's cute. This one's cute. Hang on a second. Let's bring back distractive vision. Load. There we go. Look at these little guys. They're learning to walk. We play classical music for them. Just don't question it. How itty bitty they are. So these guys are about 3 weeks old, 3 or 4 weeks old. How many grams of protein? People always say shit like that. It's terrible. All right. Just making sure you guys can't see like the info on my files, and then I have one I took for a client who's going to buy this puppy. You can watch her toddle around, and that's how we'll end the stream. This one's about still with mommy, so she's got to be about 6 or 7 weeks. This is for the people buying her. She has a little somersault. Very talented. They are tiny, too. I mean, they're small dogs overall, but the puppies are especially itty-bitty. There's my hand. So when I'm not drawing and yelling at people on the internet, I'm doing this. I'm taking care of itty-bitty tiny little puppies. I am a walking contradiction, I know. Look at her. And I stopped there because she decided she was going to just walk right off the bed there. So, alright, now you guys have gotten your dopamine hit. I think it's a good place to end the stream. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for the super chat I got earlier, even though it took Stream Elements a minute to like fucking actually register that it happened. And thank you for the person who just joined the Patreon. Very nice, very nice. Thank you very much, you guys. What the hell? I think I'm just getting another work text. Okay, so I'll have to take care of that. Anyway, thank you all for coming. I'm gonna go feed my animals and find out if I'm doomed to go into work again. Bye.